my goodness. Oh my goodness. It is Sunday afternoon. Welcome, guys. Assuming this thing's going through. But, anyways, welcome, guys, to a Sunday afternoon live stream. We're gonna make sure everything is good. Sounds like everything sounds good to me. So we're gonna be doing some solo games, some build mode. I've been playing a lot of Zero Build with some of the people I was playing with last night, and so we're just gonna play some build mode. Kind of start to feel a little good about myself, if I do say so myself. Man, I am currently. I don't know. I only got 2 wins this season, both of which were crown victories. So I now have 2 crown victories. As you can see with the sessions last night, did good there. These were rough. It was a good game, but unfortunate. It was another unfortunate ending. This one we won, to which we killed the whole squad that beat us. Like right before that win. But yeah, you can see I was doing some absolute work. Some of those games, man, there were some literal demons that were in there. But without further ado, we're not gonna do no ranked. We're not gonna do no ranked. At least not yet. We're gonna kind of decline that for now. Maybe I'll join him later. But I don't want to get some build mode games going, because gotta remember, I like to split my time with build and zero build. I play zero build when I play with some of the people, and I play builds in public build lobbies. Now, fortunately, my movement combat has gotten a lot improved. It's still awful, but there's still an improvement nonetheless. So we're just going to have at it. Oop. So far it's not too bad. It's not the greatest, but it still works. Still works. I still gotta hit it. Yep, Sunday indeed. Finally got that video uploaded last night of that crazy clutch win. All right, just over here sweating, and the room's getting a little bit warm too. But yeah, I uploaded the clip last night of that clutch victory, that 4v1, and even uploaded the YouTube short post, and got it posted on other platforms. Yeah, I even made it into a short of when those guys were all started pushing me. Dude, that was probably the absolute best clutch game I've ever had. Of all my years of playing this, I never pulled off a miracle like that. I wasn't anticipating those guys to push me. And I think that last person that I eliminated was an actual like newbie casual player with the way she was moving. I kind of felt bad, but dude, I was just locked in with it. Ooh, had a little stutter. Oh yeah, you want to know the best part about it last night that I didn't bother to comment? I did not crash a single time after that update. Like you remember how during the beginning of the season I just kept crashing? The game kept crashing and I was crashing out, and then I was having random crashes even in the other modes. Updating that those drivers fixed it. But yeah, I'm not sure how long I'll be streaming for. Prior to item shop reset, probably till a different time. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. Depends on how I'm feeling, because I do have a PC that I want to start getting worked on. That I keep pushing off to the side. Ooh, that was a good crash on that. Okay, he might be inside that house. Maybe not. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué quieres? ¿Qué estás buscando? ¿Nada más viniste a mirar o quieres brincar en la cama? Yeah, he went inside he went to go look at the back room, then got on my bed, and then walked away. I was a little confused. I was like, and then he runs away. Ven pa' acá, acá, José, pa' acá. All right, where's this guy at? Is he in the bush? No, he's not in the bush. I was not anticipating that kid to just come into my room. He just came in unannounced, and I was like, huh. All right, come on, Peely. Let's get those 3 kills. That's stuff I'll go from speaking English to just like I immediately switch over to speaking Spanish to him. Like, I wouldn't say code switching, but just kind of like a switch. You're very, very close, because you're really not going to see me ever talking Spanish on stream. Oxford commas, that is a bot player. I do like that they have that system similar to Warzone where you mark a target and they're there. Oh, I think I see them too. Yeah, I see them. Alright. Well, yeah, I just came in and started speaking to him in Spanish like nothing. This comes natural to me. Oop. Yeah. Ooh. We got the Victor DMR. That thing has been so deadly in Zero Build, but I think this thing will probably do good in... I'm gonna try it. Hola, señor. ¿Llamas es el baño? That's so dumb. That is so dumb. Now, to be completely honest, I don't think you ever heard me just speak Spanish. I think I have on stream a few times whenever my mom would call me asking for a favor or asking me a question about something. Like on stream. But for the most part, I rarely ever... I just talk mainly in English. Get that ammo. By the way, that is a bot player that built all that. They updated the bot players. They're now able to do I wouldn't say 90s, but 1x1s with a ramp. They updated those. Because look at that, he immediately started shooting. But yeah, that was not a real player. And he built all this. I saw a video on Twitter about that. Like, they have been evolving. In fact, I was saying, you know, I rarely would do that. The only time is like usually when I play Save the World with my other friends, and my mom would just randomly call me because I'd be on that game for most of the day, and yeah, they would just be like calling me. Oh man, those guys would have funny jokes about it too. Right. All right. So far, I've only found 4 bot players this game. Patatino Salvaje. Another Spanish player. This one will actually be a decent fight, because even though my movement and my gunplay and all the stuff has gotten better, my building skill is not the greatest thing that you'll ever see. Oh, there he is. He's over there. Remember when I said it was going to be a challenge? Yeah, I remember when I said it was going to be a challenge to get him? I was wrong. You know what? That was just a good decision to take this DMR. I'm just being real with you. Yep, game froze. Yeah, my game froze for that split second. See, that's a bot player right there. You see that? Look the way he was moving. Man, this game is just randomly freezing on me, and that's gonna get me really annoyed. Even with all that. stuff is reloaded. Oh, you know what? Oh, I guess that thing doesn't destroy the build. It's interesting. I did not know that. Unfortunately, this storm circle is very large. No available rivals. Well, I can't use... Well, I guess I can't use that, so I'm gonna have to go find another one in hopes of maybe doing that. Not because I want to hunt people down, but I want to figure out where everybody's at. Book Goblin. Got him with the marksman rifle. That's still a problem because that means that guy's all the way somewhere else. That means you're gonna have to put the contract out on me. Alright. There's several NPCs around here. Let's see which one. There's one that has a recon. That's a recon that you can hire. Yep. This girl. Wait, we're like what? How long is this session? It doesn't say. It says Fortnite on there. It doesn't show my status of how long I've been in the match board. Just judge me by the fact that I've been streaming for about 17 minutes now. Yeah, this girl does a recon, right? I just realized I have over 6,000 gold. I should probably buy something. Is there anything good? We might as well get a legendary out of there. I guess we could just camp out here for a bit. He's just over here dancing. But I bet you he's probably somewhere over there. But they're gonna... The logical step would be, to head over here. Damn, that foundation startled me a little bit. Oh. It's a stealth one. That's new. I didn't know you could hire people to do that. That is something I did not know. Interesting. That's really interesting. I thought it was a recon. I mean, aside from the purple glowing, I mean, in some areas, I would be able to blend in. And it looks like it's for a little bit of time. That means I would sneak up on somebody. He's looking around. Oh, this would be a perfect decoy. We're gonna see how this plays out. Never mind. Never mind. You already know. I gotta look at the replays. I already gotta look at the replays. I gotta see what happened. That was very anticlimactic. I was getting ready to bust out the South. I was like, oh, they're gonna go in there and immediately start pushing, and then I was gonna sneak up. Nah, it's just straight up. Straight up. We're gone. What a great way to start out the stream with a very anticlimactic ending. Yeah, that's what I'm figuring out as well. I want to see if he fell to his death or if he left. But even then, I gotta figure it out. Okay. All right. Oop. He's still not in range. All right, let's go over here. All right, Book Goblin. What you got for me? Let's let this thing load. I guess he sabotaged himself. That makes no sense whatsoever. That... But can you imagine, you decide to look and you see that I was right below you the whole time, like literally right below you. I'm trying to look him up, but it can't find the account. Oh wait, no, it says the account is private, so I don't know if that's a... Yeah, so he died right there. And then he's probably looking at the vending machine and realized I was 80 feet away from me. I was right there. You know what? A win's a win, I guess. This will not... I wouldn't say this is not the first time, but I have seen games like that. I've only had one game where somebody actually, like, rage quit on me. That one, I still have that video up on my YouTube channel. That was a great game. I was on top of... This was back in Chapter 2, Season 5, and it was a great game for many reasons. One, he was an actual default player. Two, I shockwaved him out of the weather station, and he went all the way to that cabin down there. And three, that was win number 100 to end the season. And it was that. So I was glad to record that. And then I looked him up. I looked up the... he only had like a couple wins, and he only had like a handful of matches played. And you tell he wasn't like a fake default. You could tell he was an actual like newer player. He probably quit after that. But it just showed him believing the game. This one, he probably just didn't want to go through the effort. And I was thinking to myself, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like, dude, I was so excited to get the stealth thing in effect because it looked pretty good enough to not notice. That was the only reason. That was the only reason why I wanted to do that, because I was like, this guy's gonna... My NPC being in stealth would be a great decoy. And then I was gonna bust out the shotgun and start blasting. Can't even do that. It's like I either get eliminated before I could even before I could get it, or I don't even get a chance to use it before winning the game, and it kind of makes me... It's like it generally just makes me upset because, dude, I could already picture getting a good clip. I was getting ready to have a good clip out of that. Like, you have no idea. Like I'm always trying to get good clips to post on my gaming account on Instagram, on YouTube, on the YouTube Shorts and all that. I always try to get good clips out of streams, or ones that were just worthy enough to be a clip. Like, oh, you know, this is a pretty nice clip of you doing good in the game, or something weird happens, or something, or a great moment. How fun would it be if we find that other jewels with the identical style? How fun would it be to just find her there in the game and we end up 1v1ing each other? Because there has been one or two, there's been a handful of games. I don't want to say one or two, but I know there has been at least a handful of games where the people that I would mess around with in the lobby, and I end up 1v1ing them. That happened to me back in Season 9. Boomstick 59, bot player. So far, I'm racking up a decent amount of those rivalry wins. It's been, those bot players have been really helping, and some of the guys that weren't really that great. Take a preemptive mini just in case. You never know. And you can tell I've been playing a lot of Zero World because I don't do as much building. I think you start getting smarter with the way you do builds, and let your you let your weapon and movement skills come into play. You let that do all that. There's multiple bot players here. But I love these guys because they give me a lot of ammo. These guys have been very useful for getting a bunch of free loot. Although it would be nice to get some more ammo. And at least an SMG, but the pistol's been doing pretty good so far. Alright. Alright, Boomstick 59 is all the way over there. I'm gonna get this bus out of the way. I'm gonna get my new favorite shotgun. Oh, we're just gonna stock up on gold. I think that's rooftop. I'm not gonna use the fists. Honestly, those fists are terrible. They are so underwhelming. And it looks like Bottle Guy Fever took it. Oh, tell me this is the same guy. Tell me this is the same guy. Tell me this is the same guy. It is the same guy. Huh. I kept pressing the caps lock instead of shift. I was wondering, I was like, why are my stairs not building? I kept on hitting caps lock instead of the shift key. Whoops. But I'm pretty sure this was the same guy. But that was unfortunate. That was an unfortunate moment by me. Because I was getting ready to push, and then all of a sudden that happens. Sheesh. Yeah, that was 100% my fault on that. Because I was supposed to do this. And instead, I was hitting caps lock. Because you can see right there on the right, it says left shift as my thing. And it kept on mashing the caps lock. And I was like, wait, why is this not working? Then I look over my pinkies on the caps lock key. I was like, oh, that's why I lost. Yeah, because it was supposed to do this, blocking them. And then I was going to get the shotgun and then just do a one pump with that. That was going to be the... That was the plan. That was the plan to do that, but... Accidents happen. Accidents happen. But yeah, you can see right there when I had the ramp, that's exactly what was supposed to happen. I was going to block out the shotgun, but instead, nothing was happening. I was just running to my death. But you could tell I'm clearly not upset by it, because that was just a... I was like, uh-oh, that was my fault. I think it's the fact that... I think the fact that my skill set started to, like, come back in this game. It's still not where it should be at, but I'm at a point where I can actually do stuff. I can actually like do well in the game. Mick Lawnmower 91. That is all kinds of fighting going on by me. It would be nice if they actually had the original shockwaves back in the game. We can take that burst. Got all the bot players eliminated. We're gonna go start doing some harvesting. Go at the DMR. Got 2 big shields. See if we get anything else. I love that this thing just destroys everything instantly. Kind of just a little unexpected, but I like it. A little quicker. Imagine it being a lot better in zero build, where you can't just place like a little cone like that. All right. It's just a collective. I'm still trying to figure out how to get through there. Still not figured that out yet. All right, 3 big shields, 4 chuck splashes. Not too bad. Could it be better? Yeah, it could be better. But will it work? Absolutely. Yeah, I so far I've not been getting as pissed off. I mean, I'm still getting that rage that would kick in, but it's a lot more I want to say manageable, but it's not as bad. It's more of just getting annoyed now. I think because of the first day, I was constantly dealing with game crashes. I was dealing with constant game crashes and constant stutters like that. So that's probably why it was like that. However, the random freezing, however, is getting a little annoying. Because you can only imagine that the game is doing that. I had once where the game froze and I lost the battle. And I was like, yep, the game froze, couldn't do anything. And I think it feels nice when you can actually enjoy the game and you don't have to worry about the spammy nonsense that we had to put up with. Because last season, we were having to deal with constant issues with just people spamming the auto lock gun, AR, the lightning gun, and all that stuff. See what I mean? See what I mean? That was a bot player. That was not a real player. I'm telling you, these guys have been making changes. They've been making changes to these guys. And I think for like the casual players, I don't think that's not gonna be good. Only because I don't have the my favorite shotgun yet. And this one is actually a really good shotgun as well, so Ooh, man, these constant freezes are getting rough. I keep on anticipating this game crashing on me, because I got so used to the game crashing on me so much that, oh, there you are. Alright, Biddle Joy. Alright. I mean, so far I'm managing. Oh, yes. We needed that. We needed that. Right. Alright. Nobody else is really on at the moment. Besides my account, that one's probably done with an endurance, or going to be close to being finished with the endurance. Come on. Give me the loot. You know what? With all these bot players, even though they got buffed a good amount, because I'm not really like a casual, like a newbie player, I'm more of like a somebody that is really decent at the game and can easily get back into rhythm with the muscle memory. I think that with me, I'm not as affected. It does add like a little, like a little bit of a factor to it. Whereas somebody that might play like a couple games a week probably gets like maybe one win a week, probably constantly loses, probably has like a win percentage of like a 0.5% or something. Like a very low career win percentage. Ooh. I was gonna take fall damage there for a moment. Where'd this person be at? Bet you they're hiding in the tunnel. There's somebody else here as well. All right. Look at this guy's materials. All right. All right, so they... All right, so we got Cam 9438. These guys with those skins. I had one that had the mythic version of this. Dude, that whole squad last night was a nightmare to fight against, and somehow we won. Yep. Yeah, so we won that fight. We did go on to lose the game because there was a lot of ones. There was a series of unfortunate events. we would have had that win, but it just kind of, there was a lot of factors that played that severely affected the outcome. I think they have the Mammoth pistol already. That I gotta watch out for. Alright, it doesn't look like anybody's gonna be coming through here, so we're gonna leave. I think they left the contract already. Now, do I take the zip line? I'm gonna take the zip line. Why not? Fighting over there, fighting over there. Alright. We're gonna go this way. I would say I have a solid game, but, you know, let's be real here. Those are all bot players, so I can't call it that. It's just stat padding. But you can see with the way I'm moving, I can still hold my ground. As long as I play games like Respawn Rumble to kind of get my aim. Get my aim on point. That was very close. I have no more heals left. That one was a real player. Guess I could pick these up. The one thing I love about Zero Build is how good it helps with your movement. Like being able to traverse into places. Pretty sure there's somebody in here. Oh, maybe not. Guess not. What a liability. I got an assist on that. Alright, we gotta go. Let me see if anybody dropped over there. Had opportunity to shoot. Big shield. We don't have enough of those. One mini. There's gonna be somebody over here. Yep. That did not work out for you now, did it? That didn't work out cover you. We'll take it. I'm not no good at this game, but I'm getting it feels nice to just get back to the roots of it all. It is such a nice feeling. And that one, 13 kills. That was probably the highest kill game that I've gotten so far this season. Dude, I was just going to work on it. Alright, claim all. I've already leveling up pretty decently for just a few days. Probably by the end of within 7 days, we'll probably be up to like level 40-ish, somewhere around there. But not bad, not bad. This span of time, look at that. Like, those are good numbers. I don't think I'm gonna get a lot of crown victories, but I feel like I'm gonna have like a pretty productive season. Unless something happens that derails it. We'll know. We'll know. But I will say this. Last season, I only had 16 matches played, 1 win, and 48 eliminations. This season, this is solos, mind you. 4 matches, 2 wins, 29 eliminations. So I'm already on pace to beat my elimination record for the solos on there. So so far it's looking good. An awful season, or a season that's not as great, it just kind of feels great. Also, this is funny. Even with all the cheating that they've done to here, nobody wants that. Everybody wants this style. Nobody wants that one. And nobody trying to get that. But yeah, I wasn't like nervous or any of that stuff. I was just locked in and focused. Now, does this mean I'm going to go back to just streaming Fortnite all the time? Probably not, because eventually I'm going to be dealing with burnout, and I'm going to be spinning off into other games. So it's not too bad. And then I'm over here with the season 8 pickaxe. Got the imposter. Alright, 2 wins. I probably could have had 3, but who knows if we would have gotten a match like that. Alright, we're gonna go to the golf course. It's been so funny just taking the battle bus all the way over there and then immediately dipping out. Ruining the rotations. Oh, this guy's making a complete U-turn. Look at him. Look at him go. That is amazing. He's still going. Didn't stick the landing. And I'm pretty sure those things caused all the bot players to fall to their death. That's my possible theory on that. Like, look at that. That's already another person that didn't stick the landing, because we were playing trios and one of our friends was the driver and did that. Next thing you know, a full squad fell to their death right afterwards. So we're not gonna be able to make it there. So we're gonna try to land here in hopes that nobody doesn't get here already. Another one that didn't stick the landing. It's always from the same. Ooh, we're gonna take our minis. It's always from that approximate like distance that they don't stick the landing at. All right, I don't have a. Oh, that's a problem. I have no weapon. I don't have a weapon. I don't have a weapon. This is a problem. Even with the game randomly freezing all that, so far I'm doing pretty good. Not tooting my horn or any of that stuff, but I'm feeling a little bit more confident. Might get hit back with reality, but given the way I was playing and all that stuff, I think I'm like, to have a good Fortnite season. Having a good Fortnite season. Does it move? Nope. To have a good Fortnite season means that you could just stick around and just keep playing and playing and playing. I was playing till like 2, 3 in the morning last night. Right, there we go. It should be somewhere around here. Usually underneath bridges, somewhere around here. There you are. All right, got that free elimination out of that. Now, if this game will stop freezing on me, that would be greatly appreciated. It's still not affecting me, but it's really killing that rhythm. that I got going on. I think, you know, what also helps me is having a loot pool that's really balanced. Like, some of these items are very strong, but you're able to, like, manage to pull it off. Oh, my goodness. That was a jump scare. Dude, that man straight up jump scared me. Oh, man. Yeah, I didn't recover from that jump scare. That's alright, though. That was alright, though. That was pretty solid 3 eliminations out of that. Could have been 4, and I could have gone pretty far with it, but that's one of the things with that shotgun is the high risk high reward. You just gotta hope for the best with it. Damn. Well, I don't think I've gotten good at the game. I think the skill base has gotten a little lower. Not to say that these guys are bad, but at the same time, yeah, this guy only has 36 total wins. Of this player. So, and they only have 3 this season. And looking season to season, it doesn't have anything for the previous seasons. It's only been tracking this season. 23 solo wins, 10 duos, 1 trios, and 2 squads. And they're currently in bronze 2 for this season, this rank season. So we got the power of friendship. Oh, he's one of those guys. There's a good chance that those are kids. Really good chance that those are kids. All right, we got Maggie Liz as the bus driver. What you got for us, sis? What you got for us? Oh, excuse me. My apologies. Ooh, that was a gnarly burp. Had a couple of hot dogs with some tortillas as the buns. Then it has several tacos and some salsa with some caramelized onions. Ooh, those things were so good. All right. Yeah, we'll be streaming for about an hour before. Usually, I'll just be kind of over it by this point. Oh, game crashed. I knew this was coming. I did not crash at all last night. And this one did not give me a driver timeout. The other ones kept on giving me a GPU driver timeout error. So I think DX12 as a whole might be unstable. All right. Okay. Passes. We'll unlock Ice Bunny. I would say Snow Bunny, but we'll unlock Ice Bunny once that's there. One reward, one set. Oh, I can get some V-Bucks. What a damn shame, really, with what they've done to that. All right, well, we can't say that game counted because you can never say the game did not count because did that. Actually, hold on, we'll be right back. Actually, we're not going to be right back. I'm just going to do a little bit of stretching real quick and take a bathroom break. So yeah, we'll be right back. What am I saying? Alright, we're gonna do a little bit of stretching. And get myself a little bit situated. How's everyone's day? And now it's Sunday. Go back to work tomorrow. So we're kind of just chilling. I got a PC to build. Well, rework. Gotta rework all that. We're just chilling. Alright, we'll go back to loading in. Clear badges. Gonna go in, figure everything out. Do you think this guy's an actual real player? You think he's a real player? You gonna do anything? Or are you just gonna be nonchalant? Alright, I'm gonna have to find Lizard Man. Alright, we're gonna go to Riptides. It looks like he got out. I guess we won't know until... Oh, no, he did not get out. He is moving all crazy. Curious to see how long that bus ride goes for. Wow. Just disappears. Alright. That answers our question. Alright. We're just gonna line right here. Get weapons, the full shield from there. Do all that magical stuff. Kryptonite 88. That. Get some more free loot. I want to secure that contract. But that guy's all the way over there. It's not even worth it. It's not even worth it, to be honest with you. That was almost going to be a good clip. Yeah, almost ended in disaster. I don't know. It's like, I don't think it's worth my time to go over there. You know what? We're gonna go fight this boss. That was a real player. I remember these things used to give you a bunch of like 50 health and or shield. And then I got changed back in chapter 2. I don't remember what season, but it was sometime during chapter 2. Is there anything I dropped back here? So at least some minis pick up. Huh. I must have dropped those. Your Spanish is coming out when you speak about Mexico. Dude, hit. You have no idea the amount of jokes that people on Discord have made jokes about me when I would be in voice chat. It's like, I talk about any Mexican food and they're just like they're over here trying to do copy the accent that you hear. They're trying to make it sound like a scene out of Blood In and Blood Out. It's like funny. And it just comes out in like a switch. Like, I don't think about it. It just comes out subconsciously in my mind. So like I'm like, okay. I'm sure as we get more playtime, we're gonna. That was not the guy. That was somebody else. They're right here. At least somewhere in this vicinity. Oh, it's now updated. Really? Oh, I'm not sure if you heard my neck crack. That felt kind of good. My neck was getting kind of stiff. Oh, I guess we'll go back up. Okay, we'll go back down. Okay. We'll try not to have a fail out of that. Alright. Pretty good ammo waster, I will say that. Bold move, I approve. Ah. No, that was my fault on that. That was my fault on that. That was 100% my fault on that one. Now that they had that one mythic, so I kind of was lost. Oh, they had chug splashes. I didn't even see those. Like I must have completely missed them. All right. But you can see I'm like really just like contesting people and all that. For a while, I was kind of playing a little too passively. Like it was kind of a mix, but then as time went on, I wasn't doing it as much. At least I don't remember if I did. A lot of it's a bit of a blur. Like I do remember a lot of matches, but I don't remember the way that I was doing them in solos. I only remember just duos, trios, and squads with my friends. And the play style is a little bit different, or it's different. But so far, I'm really liking the I'm really liking the battle bus driver system. Just kind of just like driving everywhere. It makes it really easy to it just adds like a random factor to all that, which I really love. I'm gonna go to this building over here. But yeah, as you can see, it was not my typical playstyle. I think I just started getting a little too confident with the game. Getting a little too confident, but also at the same time, hello, giant FIFA is in my game. That we're gonna open all the chests and anything that we find. Oh, what are the odds? What are the odds? What are the odds, man? That is great. You think they're gonna come towards me? Or they think they're gonna run away from me? Because that was moving a little psychotic than it typically would. I mean, I'm gonna at least try to loot everything. If I'm gonna be having a battle with this guy, I'm gonna have to at least try to... Well, I think he's just fighting bot players. What a fall from grace these things have been. Harpoon gun. Underrated item. I'm gonna get rid of that. Ah, it was in the water. That's why I can't find it. Okay, we cleared everything out that we could find around here. All right, let's go chase this guy, because this guy is a real player. Alright, let's go. What are you doing, fam? Just what we need. Alright. You think this guy's gonna run away? There's a good chance he might get wiped out. The thing is, he started that rival himself. Because this is a literal rematch. A little 1v1 rematch. I'm running out of excuses. This game has been constantly freezing on me. And that guy had the easiest elimination that he could have gotten. The easiest elimination that he could have gotten. Only for that to happen. Oh, I would be pissed. I would be pissed. Because he saw the house, I was like, oh no, this guy's gonna actually get me. Oh man. That's a clip right there. That's 100% a clip now. Oh, dude, I would hate myself if that happened to me. Come on. Was this man stream sniping me? I don't got that many people viewing, and sometimes that thing doesn't update pretty quick. It doesn't update pretty quickly, so I only once I've had somebody admit that they were stream sniping me. I did not report them. Because it's like, honestly, it's like, why? Alright, Cash Gaming got him, and he has a crown, so I'm gonna have to, like... I'm gonna be annoying. I'm gonna annoy him. Can't touch me. Did all that work for what? To get eliminated? You did all that work just to get clipped. I don't know what to tell you, man. That was not the greatest. That was not your greatest moment. Alright, I was gonna have concerns with that guy, but... Alright. Decisions, decisions, decisions. He did fool me with that invisibility thing, so that does totally work. Need to collect contracts. Damn it. Didn't stick the landing, dropped the victory crown. Well, he's nowhere near me, so I... Oh! I wanted that kill. Oh, that's the Ice King gauntlets. Nice. Actually, we're keeping the chug jug. Oh, this game keeps freeze on me, and it's very annoying. And of course, the game crashes. That was one of my best games, and the game crashes. Dude, come on, man. You really think that's a problem? That's wrong. If you see multiple reports of it, I'm about to start doing multiple reports of it, because at this point, you gotta fix that damn game. Because I lost my crown, I had 9 eliminations that are not gonna count, and only for my game to just constantly crash. That's not enjoyable. That's not fun at all. Because I don't get the credit for it. I don't understand this game doing that to me. Like, I really don't. Because what do you mean? I'm sorry, the game crashed. Oops. Like, I think my only other option is to do EX11 mode and see if that does anything. But why is it that I did not have no crashes last time? Today, I'm dealing with constant freezes. And I know it's not my CPU because I have that thing running in performance mode. So now that game did not count. It was the clip that never been made official. Yeah, as you can see, 336. Yeah, it did not count my 9-kill game. I was already getting ready to do so much, only for the game to crash on me. The only thing I could think of is maybe, just maybe, reinstalling the game and see if maybe something's corrupted and it's causing issues. Let's do a quick little search. Fortnite Chapter 7 Season 2 crashes. Alright, YouTube. You're getting some of the worst. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna have to just reinstall the game completely. Yeah, I don't trust that. I don't trust that at all. At all. All right. So, all right, we're gonna just talk real quick while we let the game reinstall. So we're gonna have my webcam going for this. You get to see my pretty face. So we're gonna reinstall the game. It's gonna be a little laggy, but we're gonna reinstall the game. We're gonna delete the game and reinstall everything because I feel like there is something going on. I think the files are just getting corrupted. So I'm just gonna do a complete. I'm just gonna do a complete reinstall of this because there's no reason for it to be doing that. It was not doing it was only doing a little bit, and then as the time goes on, 110 gigs. Oh god, all right. So I'm gonna uninstall the game. All right. Okay. And from there, if I could find it. All right. So all right, we're gonna go and reinstall. So it's gonna be a little laggy. So right. Install. Yeah, we're gonna reinstall it. We're just gonna talk for a little bit, try to rule out any issues. All right, as you can see with the display catcher, as you can see, it's downloading pretty quickly. It says it's gonna be 8 minutes, but it's probably gonna be less. So, so it's gonna take several minutes. So in the meantime, we're just gonna talk. We're just gonna discuss a bunch of things. So overall, I had concerns about this season just flopping because of all the controversy. But man, my biggest fear is the controversy getting overshadowed by how good of a season. Because you can see, I was having a great time this season, so I know for a fact that because of how fun and all the good stuff that they have in there, it's going to it's gonna make people forget. But as you can see, it's downloading. It's gonna be about 9 minutes. We're just gonna sit here and just talk about it. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the season. But again, it's a damn shame that we're dealing with it with the games crashing. We're dealing with yeah, just the games crashing really. And then some of the changes that they've done to bots. We're gonna talk about that while this thing installs. So the bot players you guys saw in the beginning of the stream, those have been moving really crazy. So it really amazes to see them evolving like that. It like for me, I'm not too affected by it. I talked about it earlier. I'm not going to be affected as much. But for the casual player, I can see that being a major issue. I can see it being a real big issue with this with the changes. And unfortunately, because of the introduction of bots, um it yeah, their introduction of bots is the reason why reason why we have all these issues that we have now. And for me, it was nice because I was getting a lot of high kills in the easy loop, but at the same time, it doesn't hit the same. But then you make the boss a little too strong, and they have really good accuracy, like you guys have saw. It You start realizing like, oh, this is not good. This is terrible. Um, for me, I'm not affected by it. It's gonna throw me off, but I'll be able to adapt pretty quickly to it. But if you have the casual player that doesn't play frequently or any of that stuff, you're gonna run into issues. You're just gonna run into issues, plain and simple. So it it's just a matter of honestly at this point, I don't even know what the solution would be. Getting rid of bots will make it very bad, but then you got to do skill based matchmaking, rework the skill base on there where you get people that are a newbie at the game, but then you run into issues of finding lobbies. Like if you get stuck for 5, 6, 8, 10 minutes, you're not gonna want to play because you're stuck waiting. That's a lot of your playtime that gets wasted. Like with bot players, it'll at least fill in the rest of the people. But at the same time, do you really want to have a game that has 98% of the lobby that are bots? It doesn't hit right. But then at the same time, if you're a casual player and you're just doing average, below average, and then they get rid of bots, you get killed by people that have way more wins and all that, you're gonna start running into a lot of issues. You're not gonna want to play. You're not gonna want to do anything. So I don't know how they're gonna go about this. Like I really don't. Man, I'm so glad we could do that. If it required me to reinstall the game, I would have ended the stream right there. But because I have really fast internet, that's not even my whole speed. I'm supposed to get 5 gigabit. I have not been able to figure out why it's not doing the things I want it to do. I'm sure with a little bit of research, I could probably um all right. This You got 2 minutes left, so we're kind of okay. We'll deal with that later, but for now we're almost done with the with that. Of course, I'm gonna have to like download high resolution textures. So fortunately, we re-downloaded. I haven't re-downloaded this game in a while, so it's entirely possible that the files might have gotten corrupted. That's why I'm having a lot of crashes. Before, I ruled out GPU drivers as the cause of the issues, so it started crashing a lot less. But since I'm still getting the crashes, I am wondering if the files got corrupted. So I'm gonna just start off with a completely fresh download and then re-download the game, like reinstall it, and then hope for the best. We got less than a minute left. We would have done already if I had my full rated speed. For whatever reason, I get 5 gigabit upload, but my download speed's like at 1.8. So it's like I should be paying for at least the speed or close to the speed, not a fraction of the speed, if you get what I'm saying. Because no, I didn't pay $110 a month to get about 36% of the advertised download speed. You know, it's supposed to be symmetrical. I shouldn't be like you get what I'm getting at with this. All right, so this thing should be nearly done downloading. Whoop, we don't want to do that. Clicked on the wrong thing. And of course, I'm gonna have to re-download Save the World as well. Oh, now it's verifying. It should be done pretty quickly. Yeah, I think something's bugging. It says it has like 550 gigabyte speed, so I'm not sure if that's just how long it's doing that for. All right, so we're gonna if this thing is all right, manage. All right. Options. Save the world. Apply. All right, so this one's going to take about a minute. About a minute for 10 gigs, which is nice. I don't have to worry about it a whole lot. But we just have to reinstall everything and then see if everything fixes it, because I want to be able to have this game running stable. Because it's not enjoyable to play when you don't have it's not enjoyable when the game crashes, especially when you have a really good game. Right, this thing should be nearly done installing. All right, this thing is done installing. Back to that. I was gonna say still I don't reset. I think I don't reset already happened, so we'll see. All right, so we're gonna. All right, easy. Had to cheat. Blah blah blah. All right, we're back to the game, and notice how my live stream has not gotten messed up from that. That's the power of fast internet. I have so much bandwidth that I have enough overhead to deal with a bunch of stuff. All right. Oh, my headset turned off. At some point, I should have charged my headset. Okay. I don't stop reset. When is it? It looks like everything is still there, so and it shows up as new, so I guess it's till 5. I have not been able to keep track of all that. Alright. We're back to the game. And all my settings are still the same. We're not gonna go back to DX12 because I'm dealing with the stutter problems with the CPU just being so high. So we're gonna see if the stutters are still there. I mean, the very first game, I'm gonna expect it because everything's trying to load in. We're all OG players. We're all OG players. Because we all played Chapter 1. That golfing emote, that's the toys you get for Chapter 1 Season 5 when they introduced Lazy Links. Got rid of Anarchy Acres and they put that. Chat disconnected and then because we were connected. Huh, I didn't even notice that. So we have that. We have that. And then that emo is from that same season. Because, by the way... Ooh. I'm having chat connection issues. What? Everything looks fine. It's not flagging the stream health. I would have gotten a million notifications on that. Because it likes to, like... Because it likes to get angry with you when something's not connecting right. Stutters are there, but that's pretty normal. We want the ones that are there for several seconds, like you guys saw before the game crashed. I'm just gonna let y'all know there's gonna be a bunch of what ifs. Since I've recorded and streamed these games, there's gonna be a bunch of what ifs. Dr. Planet. Well, he's not Captain Planet. And that thing was down there. Okay. I almost fell to my death because of that. Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, that's one of the first things that we do is to just like typically do that. Is to reinstall it. Dude, how many of these shotguns am I gonna get? I need an AR. You know what? We'll take that shotgun at least. We got an AR. Why are you running? We're taking... That was weird. Saw me just like immediately teleport. That's a new one. Yeah, I'm kind of running out of things to troubleshoot. There's a couple other things I could try, but I'm not gonna go to like some sketchy website that somebody's advertising on their YouTube channel for that. It's just simply not going to happen. I've been doing good with just the pistol. I've actually been doing good with all the weapons. Some of them I have preferences where I kind of prefer just one or the other, but so far I've been doing pretty good with a lot of different like weapon loadouts. So I don't got too much concern. I just wish my game wasn't crashing frequently. Because that's already about close to 10 crashes I've had in the 3 days. Like, this game has crashed so many times. And you can imagine that's a problem, because why? You can't really enjoy this game if the game just constantly crashes on you. Because you want to just be able to have a good session with the homies and all that. But you can't, because the game just chooses to just randomly freeze and crash, and some of the worst possible timing. I just figured I would try with reinstalling the game, because sometimes just uninstalling and reinstalling fixes a lot of the issues, because it just goes off to a fresh start. Gives it a nice clean slate to work with. You don't have like files that get all messed up or any of that stuff. Everything's like, it's like completely fresh. So one of the reasons why you would try for something like that. If I didn't die with that before that game crashed, if I didn't die with that, dude, that would have been probably the best game I would have ever had. But no, this game chooses to give me the biggest middle finger and crash. It's the fact that this game crashes on me so much that it's a problem. That's why I was having such a problem with the season. It's just that and I don't think it was the season itself, because the game started to do the random crashes, but it was just like here and there. But then I found out it was a GPU driver, so I uninstalled it and reinstalled a new driver, and it fixed all that, because I was having bad stutters and bad crashes. So when you think about it, if I'm having that all around the season, I'm having like 1 or 2 crashes a game, and I have really good games, just think about the whole season as a whole. I play daily. I end up playing daily. You do the math. There could be a bunch of wins and a couple hundred eliminations. There, above me. What the hell? Right. So you think about it, that 9 elimination game, like in theory, since we're having multiples of those, we'll just give it an average of like 8 or 7. We'll just do 7. If we have 3 to 5 games a night, or at least like 10 games a week where we have crashes like that, because there could be days where I have more and other days I have less. And let's say it's 10, that's 70 eliminations, and that could be about 5 games that I could have won. They're in the tunnel. So you do that, let's say a week, let's say about 6 weeks. In a 6-week span, you get 600. You do the math. There could be a bunch of wins that I could have gone, and a bunch of eliminations. I could have had probably one of the best statistical season. But the game just chooses to just constantly crash on me. And so far, I have not been able to find forums. Just YouTube videos of a guy advertising his website, a .xyz website, on fixing all that. And honestly, I don't have the confidence in trusting it. My personal opinion. So the logical way is to probably just switch over to the X11 and see if that does it. If it still crashes even with the X11, then I'll just do a DDU, do a fresh install of the driver. Jug. You already have that. I don't want nobody to use that. Oh, you know what? We can buy another one. We'll be very stacked, and that guy's gonna be wondering that this guy's ridiculous. So this guy is trying to win. Well, trying to. Don't know if I will, but you know, it doesn't hurt to try. There isn't that many players left. Where did he go? Oh, he rifted. Free rift. So for this is a lower elimination game, so man. Yeah, that whole marking the enemies is pretty good. Got him for about 170. This guy's building a lot of material. Okay, we're just gonna freeze. We're gonna magically freeze on that. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what this guy's doing. I think I'm more confused than concerned. It is my duty to figure out what this guy's game plan is. That was a pretty solid game plan by me. I think he's probably looking at my stuff, and he's like, "Yeah, I was not winning that fight." Those guys have to be across. Very funny if there's somebody up there. There isn't. Alright. Ooh, that guy's gonna get me. Kind of whiffed on the few of those shots. He's probably hiding in that building. Could be hiding in the bush. The good news is, I have 2 chug jugs. Come on. Behind that rock. Alright. really whipped that shotgun shot, so that was my fault. Alright, win number 3 of the day. I thought I was going to lose that fight, but hey, he had that shotgun. That shotgun was not going to do him any good. It was not going to do him any good. How many eliminations did I even have that game? Seven? Not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, excuse me. Where are the quests? To unlock. Ooh, oh yeah, that's the other stuff. Rivalry Master. Nice. So I gotta be at that. Battle Pass. Damage opponents with gauntlets or other legendary weapons. That's pretty easy. All outfits in there too. Claim it. That's right. All right, we're gonna collect our one reward. But I'm telling you, I'm gonna be on pace. We're having a really good season. As long as we don't have that issue. And because of that, we went from tying to now we have more eliminations in solos this season than last season, with half the matches and triple the amount of wins. So that really tells you a lot. In terms of eliminations, we're in the middle. So there's a bunch of them. Some of them are smaller because my playstyle was different. I had more wins, less kills. I was playing more passively. So they were pretty good. I mean, it's not the most ideal. Gotta check something real quick. Gotta see how that one's doing. Okay, it's not doing too bad. All right. I had to check something real quick with one of my short uploads because I was hoping it would do good, but it's not doing as good as I had hoped. I'm gonna do another one of these, and then afterwards, because it'll be towards the end of the game, we're gonna look at the item shop. We're gonna see how we feel. If we can get a crown victory in solos, we'll probably end it on that. Yeah, so now I'm just not realizing I now have 5 wins this season. Not bad. Not bad at all. I wouldn't even try to taunt him or any of that stuff when he was knocked. I was kind of like, yeah, you're not winning that, unfortunately. You're just not winning that. Not being negative, it's just, you know, if he got knocked far away, yeah. If he got knocked from like 50 meters, I'd have to run very fast to try to get him. But yeah, you saw right there 155 to the body with that shotgun. That's a pretty solid amount of damage getting out of that. If we don't get a crown victory in solos, that's perfectly fine with me. So far, the first 4 days of the season I already got 5, so we're doing that. We could be looking at 7 to 10 wins a week, and I could have a really great season. So we'll see if any of the changes in game break any chances of getting a lot of momentum. We'll see how that goes. Ah, lovely. Didn't even notice that. All right. No, that's okay. Gonna get a bunch of gold. And of course, the guy that was riding the bus dies. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't realize I had a rivalry thing on. I was paying no attention. I was paying zero attention. Get a refresh with that. Okay. We can get these, but I'm not gonna do that. Walk to the park. 5,000 per day is not great. 10,000, worthwhile. 5,000, not really. But even then, that's like with an asterisk. There he is. I didn't have a shotgun, so that was a bit of a bold move. I should probably switch over to that, honestly. Alright. Here, blue chest. Big shield? Ooh, even better. Check flashes. Not bad. Somewhere in this vicinity when I last checked. He did not take fall damage from that. He did not take fall damage from that. I'm a little let down. I'm a little let down by that. How did he not take fall damage? Oh my goodness. Again, I didn't have a shotgun, so I just kind of was just going in. I was just going in, gonna try to push him. It was a bold move, but yeah, that's just the way of life. That's just the way of life. All right. Pretty solid player. He's not too bad of a player. His best one was Chapter 6, Season 3 with 38 wins. I mean, that's the ones I've been tracking. You got one from like Chapter 2, Season 2. I don't think it was tracking all of it. So he's most likely an OG player. I have 1,400 hours of playtime that's been reported. It's missing a lot of information, and his is at 700. So that's interesting. All right. Well, we're not gonna be able to get a crown with a solo button again because I already got two crown victories already. I'm just focused on just getting good productivity out of these games. I'm just trying to go for productivity. I'm gonna land over here. Oh man, I already feel tired. All right, we got K-pop Demon Hunter. All right, I gotta. They could have done the rivalry thing, but not too bothered at the moment. Yeah, this is gonna be the season where I'm just not gonna take the shot that dual hammer shotgun is. Just it's a solid shotgun, but both of those shotguns outclass it by a good margin. So it's why I don't like to take it, because I'm going to be shooting marshmallows for shots at the people. So yeah, like this one right here, high risk, high reward. This guy's all the way over there, so we're not even gonna. I don't feel like pushing him at the moment, so we're just gonna keep looting. I want to get some more stuff. You know what this kind of just reminds me of? It kind of just reminds me of Chapter 2, Season 5. It wasn't my top favorite season, but in terms of like just getting things done and getting wins, I feel like it's that. Same with the Fortnite Wild season, Chapter 4, Season 3. Like if they weren't my favorite seasons, but I was getting a lot of work done during that time. So that's what it kind of reminds me of, alongside the Star Wars season. But I was also playing a lot of rank, so it's like, in terms of like the game productivity side of things, it's looking pretty promising. Somebody died there. All right, what do we got? You already know I'm gonna go for that legendary. Going for that legendary. Right. I think Destroying doesn't give you as much chest. I don't know, it gives a roughly the same. But we're gonna get that legendary SMG. What? 10 short? Alright. Oh, you know what? We're not even gonna get that. We're just gonna we're gonna reserve those for something else. All right. Ooh, stray bullet. Nope. Game froze. All right. Spray bullet over there. Alright. They at least have good stuff here. Yep. Plenty of ammo. Okay. Well, I didn't get to see the elimination, but we'll take it. Is there at least a gas station nearby? There should be one right over here. Oh, tell me we make it. Oh, that is amazing. I've never been able to make it to the gas station like that on an empty tank. So the fact that I was able to coast all the way down and the car turns right back on, that I love it. That's pretty good. Already been cleared out. Get a legendary of that, but I'll try to take my chances in hopes that thank you for the crown. That doesn't push me after the fact. That guy had a legendary shotgun that I need. Big thank you to that guy. You are a real one. It's not a mythic, but man, that thing's gonna do some work, assuming that I make it all the way. Even the Vendetta flopper? Ooh, man. These things are pretty uncommon. The only time I found them was in Party Royale. It's a recon fish. It scans the area for a certain amount of time. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it scans it. Oh, that thing is slightly shifted. So yeah, it scans it. If I didn't have additional shields, because you know I don't like to take 12 minis because that's a little too crazy for me. I would have taken that because 2 of those would be pretty valuable late game. All right. Jumpy McJump. Ooh, blue chest. Maybe we'll get a legendary combat AR or a DMR. No, yeah, it's a pretty solid AR, but I'd much rather spray and pray with that. Wow, look at all this stuff that's behind. Ooh, DMR. He's somewhere around here. Well, that answered my question. That answered my question. But now we have recon. That's gonna benefit me. Check around and see if there's anything good out of here. Alright. Get back in the car. Come on. SMG for 216 meters. You know what? If it's with that burst SMG, I can see that. People have been using that as assault rifles back in chapter 5. So I can see that being a no available ones. Alright, well. Alright. Roll out. Alright. We don't talk about that. That's just the driver physics not being the greatest in this game. Alright, we're gonna have to... I think we can make it to that gas station. We're not gonna make it. Can't even push it either. Alright. We got beans 303. Alright. There isn't that many players. Still got that other guy, this dude over there. We might just play a little bit on the safe side. I don't think he's up there. Oh, I see him. He's too far in the render distance, so he might be fighting somebody over there, or that zipline might be what the hit that fire indicator might have came from. Alright, we'll refuel. Yep. So don't trip is right there. So there might be a bot player left in the game, then me, and then don't trip. So he could try to push me. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's the fact that I can't find the last person, which I'm pretty sure the last person is a bot, or he's probably hiding. Choose you one of the two. So he has to be somewhere in that vicinity. But finding that last player, I'm not... If I do get him, finding that last player is going to be a pain. Oh, well, that answered my question. Oh, man. I got Kim Kardashian for 61. That's funny. So he was probably already hurt, and I was able to get him for an additional amount of damage. If I can get a headshot on them, it would make it so much easier. He's gonna be close enough where my recon's gonna scan him. Gonna go get some heals. Damn. That was a nice shot by me. Taking a lot of storm damage, bud. Alright, bud. Let's go. Over here. Follow me. Come on, don't be locking up on me now. My challenge done for that. All right. Move out. Yeah, bad time for the game to freeze on me. Bad time for the game to just randomly freeze on me. Yep, game crashed. Game crashed in the 1v1. Can you believe that? 1v1. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, what could possibly have happened for it to just randomly crash? Dude, this guy's probably thinking to himself, this guy's like, oh, this guy disconnected. This game just decided to just be like, oh, you could go fuck yourself, and we're just gonna crash on you. We're gonna end the stream on that note because it's apparent that it's magically freezing. That's how this season has summed up so far. It's just constant crashes. Even after changing it to performance mode to reduce the amount of crashing that I was getting, it's still I'm going back to the problems now. I have this thing crash on me multiple times. It is very, very annoying. My goodness. Unbelievable. That was a really good game. Now we're just gonna crash. We're just gonna crash. We're just gonna keep stuttering and doing all of that. So I just feel like something is seriously wrong. Because at this point, what could it be? What could it possibly be that the game could just crash? The only thing we could think of is maybe changing over to the X11. See if it crashes. See if we're getting some bad stutters. We could try to see if we're running into issues. And if we're still crashing, because keep in mind, I don't have no GPU timeout, driver timeout errors anymore. I stopped getting those already. So explain to me why this game just chooses to crash on me. We'll do one more game. We're gonna see how that game goes. We're gonna see how that game goes. Because it's apparent that there's something wrong. It's very apparent that something is wrong. Dude, I have not run DX11 in so long. It doesn't run that as good. So we're just gonna have everything kind of high. Shadows set to medium. Go to the default. Yeah, I have to do that. That's the DX12 thing. And we're just gonna run a game. If none of those stutters are gone and everything seems to be running good. Because you guys saw, I was getting a lot of micro stutters, and a lot of part stutters in the game. So, yeah. I was gonna head down that note, but dude, I want to rule out that it's just a DX12 issue. I just want to rule that out. So I'm gonna see where everything is at. Of course, check the CPU usage. See if the CPU usage. Of course, it's pegged at 100%. But everything's just kind of loading in at once. God, I forgot how bad the X11 runs in this game. It's good for the older systems, but this thing just does not do good at all. Alright. This one is just kind of just there, so we're just gonna... Like, frame drops, we're gonna kind of expect that in DX11. Because on top of that, you gotta make sure everything loads in first. Yeah, this thing runs terrible. Well, I want to rule out the game crash, because if the game is still crashing even with the different settings, then we can safely rule out the GPU being the cause of the issues. Safely rule out the issues with that. But honestly, we're just gonna keep the stream going. I am pretty certain that it's a DX12 problem. The game doesn't want to cooperate at DX12. Am I like 100% certain? I have no idea. That. Oh. Kind of hurt my chest a little bit. Oh, that really hurt my chest. Well, no, so far CPU usage is kind of fine, but that DX11 runs less CPU cores, so I don't got the expectations. Yeah. Alright, we got Freaky McChicken. Ooh, this one's gonna be a real rough fight. Usually people with those type of characters in the name, they end up being a bit of a problem. Oh, this man is after me. Oh, this is bad. Oh, my goodness. I completely whiffed on that shotgun. Alright, we're going to still keep playing because I did not have enough time to fully troubleshoot this thing being the game doing that. Man, he was flying with that. Probably gonna get Goku. All right, let's try this again. We're gonna try to play this out, see how well it does. Dude, I'm just very annoyed that I got robbed of a potential win. Man, this thing runs so terrible, but I gotta rule out that it's an API issue. Because there is a period of time where DX12 is broken for a while. But at the same time though, it would have not crashed. Because it's not an Unreal Engine issue, because Save the World was even experiencing the crashes. And Save the World is under a different Unreal Engine. So I know for a fact that it's not that. He sounded he was outside. I didn't expect him to be inside. Oh well. It's like magically we're gonna have really bad games. And I'm not even gonna be able to like figure out if the games are even good. If it's I'm not gonna. The problem is I'm not gonna be able to troubleshoot the crashing and all that if I can't make the game long enough. Because I don't think it's my CPU doing that. Could be Windows. If it's still crashing, then I could just look at the Windows. Maybe the files got corrupted for other stuff and it's causing the game to just completely bug out. So I could check that. A simple restart wouldn't do much. So I'm not entirely sure how to go about it. Please take a sharp turn to the left. Or are you gonna be one of those guys that's gonna actually try to get all that? I want to get back into doing a little passive and try to get as far away from it. I need some time to rule out issues with it, because like I said, if it still crashes, even with the X11, then I already ruled out the GPU because I already changed GPU drivers, and because the previous GPU driver was crashing a lot more. So I just got here. Kaibo, he's all the way over there at the fortress, so we're not even gonna mess with him. We're gonna leave him there. Mom said to get off one. That's a great name. Alright, we got a combat AR. And we got a Thunderburst. We're taking that over the shockwaves. I mean, there's probably good plays with it, but me personally, I'm not gonna go out of my way with it. Like, if I see any more, like, drivers to come out, maybe I could just update them and hope for the best. Man. He wants me to do it. Like, I really want to enjoy this season, but it's kind of hard to enjoy a season if the game just constantly crashes on you, you know? It's not that fun. And still over there. We're not even gonna try to go for him or any of that. I don't have a reason to. I could get one of these. We're gonna get that one. Just need large ammo crates to give me some sniper ammo. So far, the monitoring shows the CPU usage pretty low, so I'm... which I kind of expected. Alright, so we're gonna... It's so interesting to me that it wasn't crashing. It had random freezes, but it wasn't crashing in zero build. But I switch over to build mode. I bet you if I switch over to zero build and I decided to just stream that, we would have a good like watch that just not crash at all. Because then we know for sure there's something going on with build mode where the builds are just crashing. But even, like, but at the same time, it was crashing and saved the world even in the lobby. So it's like, tough decisions. Oh, well, it's not a tough decision. Is that someone's getting towards me? Is there a vehicle around here that I could take? Nope, there isn't. Gonna keep on moving. Micro stutters, you know, typical DX11 issues. So We're just trying to make it towards the end in hopes of that. I'm not sure if it's. I'm not sure what's triggering any of this, so it's kind of. We will take that chug jug. Oh, we got like the whirlpool crystals. Nice. How did that not come down? That is a little crap. That should have launched them off the ground. That is a little baloney. That is a little baloney. Like, you mean to tell me that they saved themselves from all that? You know what? No, whatever. We're not dealing with this. We're not dealing with this. I'm sorry. We're not dealing with this. Nice. Alright. We got Butthead over there. So that's not a bad day. Of course, my DMR was not reloaded. I can't even be mad at that. I can't be mad at that. That was really funny. Oh man. That was really funny. I'm still trying to. It's still not giving me enough time to troubleshoot it, but so far there hasn't been no crashing or any of that stuff. I'm still trying to figure that whole mess out, man. What's up? Oh my goodness. Man, it's like the moment the game starts crashing more frequent in the worst possible way, and I change modes, all of a sudden I'm just like I'm starting to do real awful in the game. What do you mean you're trying to figure out how to get Fortnite for free? Also, I want to know, why is Sonic Mario TV and Mario Train Fan, why do we have two Mario accounts just commenting on here? I got a lot more questions than answers on that. Let's see, will this guy sabotage the whole thing? We'll find out. Oh, man. Like, we started off the first 2 hours of having really good games, aside from when a fortunate crash, but we were started out really good. Now everything's gone downhill. All I want to do is just to see if the game crashes on me again. Because it got really irritating that I got robbed of several potential wins. Now, what I want to know is why you are threatening him to put him 6 feet under. I want to know why you're doing, why you're saying that. Unless you guys are running the same account, just talking to each other, just talking to yourself. Because it's a little strange to me that all of a sudden we have all that going on. I don't know what new gen is. I don't know what that was that's supposed to even mean. I just got here. Oh well, this guy is a Noah guy, so he probably knows a guy. He's not far from me. So he might have done that one over there. So we're gonna do that. There's a thing down there. Another big shield. Thought I would make it. I completely missed. Also, I could have sworn I saw a blue chest. Am I just blind? I knew I was dripping. Another purple pistol. Don't get me wrong. I love that purple pistol. That purple pistol has been doing me some good work. All right. It ain't much, but it's honest work. So far, that guy has not really moved much, but at the same time, those things don't update really fast. I'm not even sure if it's just me, but I don't think the microservers are as bad as I thought they were. That. Okay. We're just gonna get it. Why not? Not of the emote. A little creepy, but you know what? All right. Oh, you know what? We're taking that Ferris wheel. That man has not really moved at all. Oh, why did I say that he did move? Oh yeah, how high up are these things? Man, streamed for over 3 hours, for a little over 3 hours. That was supposed to end it a while ago, but I'm like still determined to try to. Oh! Well, that's just lovely. Maybe I should have not even gotten greedy with the fighting. But so far we made a good long enough session with that. Oh, man. No, either way, we got 3 really good wins today, so I guess I can't be too mad, but you know, it could have been closer to. It could have been closer to 5 wins today, but 5 solo wins. So that's just the way of life, I guess. We're gonna do some like Windows troubleshooting and other stuff at this point. I think some of the files on Windows got corrupted on me again, so I'm gonna have to fix those files or do like a repair on them. good as is, we're already max on wood at least. I don't want to just destroy this whole area. Oh, nice. Alright, we don't have a lot of time left. Alright, so we're just gonna loot whatever's here. Alright, let's go. Yeah, I'm starting to think that there's something wrong with this game as a whole. There's something going on with the PC just doing all that. I did do a CPU stress test, and it did not, like, immediately, like, fail on me, so it's kind of a bit of a head scratcher. Kind of figure out what could be the cause of it, you know? So, I'm not, like, disappointed, but I'm just, like, more, trying to use logic and try to figure out what exactly is causing it. Do a couple additional troubleshoot steps, try to fix the issue and monitor it to make sure that everything sounds good. Oh, look at the little llamas and the little fishy. Purple pistol. Okay, we'll take a look at what we got. To me, game. Like, come on. You don't gotta do that to me. Alright. we'll just coast down the road. Unfortunately, we cannot make it to the gas station, so maybe there'll be another vehicle for me. Maybe there wouldn't. Maybe they will. We'll see. Yeah, this will definitely be my last one. Not frustrated, I'm just kind of like, you know, I gotta like really do some digging and figure out what's causing the crashes. See his head peeking. Ah, it's like he knew I was looking at him. That's a big letdown. All right, let's go zipline. Go zipline up there, get a much better view of this. Three people there. And we were just focused, hunched over, looking. And my mouse sensitivity. Yeah, he's definitely breaking into that guy's box. Yep. Is there somebody else in there? We're gonna stay here for a while. Not gonna get no rivalries. We're not gonna get any of that. We're just gonna be kind of focused. I just realized we don't have that many people left. Yeah, we do not have that many people left. That is a problem. Alright, well, we'll take a harpoon gun and then just fish real quick. Okay, guess we're just not close enough. Come on. Good to know. Didn't realize I could use that as a rift. So we learn something new every day. I'm too far away, so those guys are over there. Oh, 1v1. Oh, we're cooked. We're cooked. We're not gonna be able to win this. Because that person's gonna be rotating really fast. I'm gonna do that. Alright, we're gonna hire you, fam. We're gonna do a rebuild we did the first game. We're just gonna hide. We're just gonna hide. Right. Alright. I'm gonna have to take this call. Hello? What's up? No. I got rid of it several years ago. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have it. I got rid of it several years ago. All right. Bye. Oh my god. I knew we were not going to win that. But man, that was just brutal. This game has not been I have not been able to catch a break this game at all with those crashes. It's like you start out really good, and then I had a bunch of close calls, but this game has not been giving me any good favors at all, and I went out to like figure out what's wrong with this game, figure out the PC itself is just being stupid with me, and then we're gonna do a retest to make sure that everything is nice and stable. So we're gonna end on that note. Sorry, I'm already been streaming for 3.5 hours. I was supposed to end it an hour ago. I was supposed to work on a PC. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next stream. I don't know when that will be. Maybe next weekend. So peace out.